Bulldogs out of the SEC East. Welcome in to the Caesar Sportsbook broadcast booth, along with our producer Alondra Villarreal, Tiger champion Doug Thompson, and Chris Blair. Happy to have you with us on the LSU Sports Radio Network and SEC Network Plus. Beautiful weather on tap for the weekend starting tonight. It's been a nice week all week here in the capital area. Let's check that game day forecast brought to you by AccuTemp. Chance of power outages never. Get a whole home generator from AccuTemp. Keep the power in your hands. Just before first pitch, 82 degrees. A few white puffy clouds, but mostly sunshine. It'll stay that way until the sun goes down and look to land in the low 70s. Going to be an excellent night for college baseball here at Alec Bach Stadium. Doug Thompson, I mentioned earlier, Georgia Bulldogs come in second in the SEC East, trailing the Tennessee Volunteers, who of course have dominated SEC play on the season. But very important series for Coach Strickland, very important series for Coach Johnson and the Tigers, as both of these teams certainly thinking about positioning for the SEC tournament in Hoover and ultimately the NCAA and the road to Omaha. So an important series for both teams. Don't expect to get anything less than both of their bests tonight, tomorrow, and on Sunday. Ben Anderson going to lead it off for the Bulldogs, a left-handed hitter, as Mikael Hilliard winds and fires, and we are underway. First pitch called strike. Time of first pitch, 6:32 Central Time. Anderson started his career at Furman University in Greenville, South Carolina, before transferring down to Athens. A great leadoff hitter for the Dogs, as the delivery misses low and outside to even it up now 1-1.
Yeah, he's one of 5 seniors in this lineup. He's got a short swing. He's having a banner year with 7 home runs. He has 3 leadoff home runs this year.
Hilliard, the 1-1. Misses high and inside. Fastball out of the zone. 2-1 the count.
A 270 hitter over his career at Georgia. But already this season, Chris had a 31-game streak where he reached base safely.
2-1 delivery. Hammered and gets by Doty. Out of the reach at second base into right center field. And the leadoff man does his job. Anderson aboard with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Corey Acton, the second baseman. 244 hitter, another left-hander in the lineup going against Hilliard, the righty.
Yeah, that really wasn't a bad pitch either. That was down there around the knees over the outer third of the plate. Nice piece of hitting there by Anderson.
So with a runner on right out of the gate, Acton now will stand in. Hilliard from the stretch, showing bunt, lays it down beautifully, third base side. Barry comes charging in and will fire to first to record the out, but Acton does his job. Anderson with plenty of wheels, able to make his way into second base, and the Dogs quickly have a runner in scoring position. Top of the first inning, 1 out.
Little station-to-station baseball there. Neither of these teams are really blazing the base paths this year. Both with only about, 18, 19 attempts on the season.
Anderson, one of the leaders in that category for the Dogs, 7 of 8 on the season. With 1 out, we'll see Connor Tate at the plate, a left fielder, a right-handed hitter. Hilliard will turn and fake the throw to second to get Anderson back to the bag.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say Anderson's the only real base-running threat. He has 8 attempts. The most other than him in this starting lineup is Connor Tate, who has 3 stolen base attempts on the year. He's the hitter right now.
Tate hails from Bishop, Georgia, awaits, and the breaking ball in for a strike on the outside corner from Hilliard. And it's 0-1. When you talk about Mikael Hilliard and the success he's had really throughout his career, certainly in his final year here as a Tiger, it's been getting the breaking ball over, the get-me-over curve, but he's added that hard curve to go along with a nicely positioned fastball that will typically be anywhere 86 to 89, sometimes can touch 90 miles per hour. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Had him chase that one dropping down and away, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, not only is he able to throw the one for a strike, the get me over you referred to, but right there, that was a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. That's where the catcher was, and he hit a spot with it. And that's what makes him so special. He's also able to bounce it when he wants to, which you may very well see here.
Doty shaded to the second base bag, holding the runner on with an 0-2 count. Anderson off of second, the 0-2 misses outside. Breaking ball too far off the plate. Tate stays away. It's 1-2.
And you saw it was kind of tough for Tate to stay away from that one, and that pitch was probably 5 inches off the outside corner. Tate this year, 38 strikeouts, 25 walks. So he will certainly chase out of the strike zone.
Tate with 5 home runs, 13 doubles to his credit this season. Here's the 1-2. Down in the dirt, blocked up by McManus. That'll even the count 2-2. Your defense for the Fighting Tigers: Jacob Berry at third, Jordan Thompson at short, Kate Doty, as we mentioned, at second base, Trey Morgan back at first, Josh Stevenson in left field, Dylan Cruz straightaway center, Josh Pearson in right, McManus completing the battery with senior Mikhail Hilliard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner on at second base, just underway here in the top of the first. Hilliard, stretch and fire. Misses low, and again Tate with a good eye stays away, and that'll fill the count up.
It was the right idea there, but that was too far in the dirt. Got to get that one a little bit closer to the catcher. You try to spike it right there at the point behind home plate, but now Hilliard will have to challenge inside the strike zone.
Anderson led off with a base hit to right center field. Sack bunt advanced into second base, 1 away. Hilliard, the payoff delivery on its way. Again, breaking ball outside, gets away from McManus. That's ball 4. So Tate heads down to first, but after the pitch got loose, Anderson motors his way into third, and now the Bulldogs with just 1 out, runners on the corners, and the potential go-ahead first run of the game 90 feet away.
And he just tried to do too much there. Remember the 1-2 curveball that he threw right on the outside part of the plate? That's all he really needed. But he just tried a little too hard there. Looking for a double play ball here to end this inning.
Corey Collins now the cleanup hitter, DH, a sophomore, hitting .297.
Yeah, this guy has power to all fields, all freshman SEC in his sophomore year.
From the stretch, the pitch. Belt high, called strike 0-1.
That looked like the cutter. Corey Collins has 9 home runs this season. That leads this Georgia Bulldog lineup.
Here's the 0-1. Foul back into the screen. First foul ball brought to you by Rotolo's Pizzeria. They've got the dough you really want. Come on in, have a drink or two. They'll fix you up something new. Slide into a Rotolo's near you. 0-2 now the count to Corey Collins out of Sewanee, Georgia. Again against Hilliard tonight. 5 left-handers in the lineup for Coach Strickland. Third of the night Hilliard's faced here in the top of the first inning. Runners first and third. Here's the 0-2. Just missed the inside corner at the belt. The breaking ball just missing, make it 1-2.
Yeah, that's not where you want to miss with your breaking ball. That would have been an easy one to get the barrel on if Collins had offered. Collins with 47 strikeouts, 43 strikeouts, 27 walks, also a strikeout candidate.
The 1-2.
Oh, that's a good pitch.
Trying to nibble the inside corner again, this time down around the knees, just misses. It's 2-2.
Not sure where that one missed.
Georgia leads the SEC in strikeouts, 371 coming into this weekend. With 1 out, Hilliard, the 2-2. Misses low and inside. Again, second straight batter, it'll be a full count. Wind blowing slightly right to left, not a heavy wind at the moment.
Well, we've seen Hilliard throw a 3-2 breaking ball already. See if he does it again.
Hilliard will turn and throw over to first. back safely, easily as Connor Tate. Again, Anderson and Tate, the leading base stealers in this lineup tonight. Anderson at third, Tate at first base. Georgia threatening here in the top of the first inning. Another payoff delivery and misses low and outside. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases. Second walk of the inning given up by Hilliard. Georgia will continue. The threat continues to mount. Parks Harbor, the third baseman. Right-hander will come in.
Third baseman, number 8, Parks Harbor.
And before he will see a pitch, Jason Kelly, the pitching coach, on his way out to the mound. You know, it's interesting talking to Coach Jay Johnson earlier in the week, Doug. One of the things he said about Mikael Hilliard is Mikael this season, and certainly has over his career, but go back to last week, his outing, he appears to get stronger as the outing goes.
Yeah.
I mean, he typically is going to give up 4 hits, 5 hits, sometimes even 7 or even 10 hits in a game. Maybe give up a run or 2, but then get stronger as the outing goes. Now, that doesn't make a coach feel better when you're in a situation like this against a very good Georgia team with the bases loaded and 1 out right out of the gate. But it's not like it's out of character for Hilliard.
Well, remember, that breaking ball is one of the best in the country, and it always keeps him in the game. It always makes him tough to barrel up, if you will. And this is a great situation for him to prove that again. The last 2 hitters, remember, he's 1-2 and 0-2 on. He just lost him because he wasn't able to locate that strikeout pitch. And you also have to tip your hat there because those last 2 hitters in the lineup, Collins and Tate, did a nice job of laying off a couple quote-unquote pitchers' pitches.
So now the base is loaded and 1 out. Harbor at the plate. First delivery, chase the breaking ball. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Harbor, a strikeout victim 26 times this season. He's earned 13 walks. Has 7 home runs, 4 doubles. Righty on righty matchup here is Hilliard with the 0-1. Again, the breaking ball, swing and a miss. It's now 0-2.
Very similar to the last 2 at bats. You execute a pitch here, get the strikeout, and that would be a huge second out with the bases loaded.
Dogs have the bases loaded here. Harbor awaits. Hilliard looks in. Now comes Seth. The 0-2 to the plate. Just missed the outside corner. That time Harbor held the bat back. It's 1-2.
It's almost like this at bat is on repeat.
Hilliard still ahead in the count. The 1-2. Breaking ball lifted in the air, foul down the line. Morgan gives a look, but it'll find its way into the seats. Rotolo's foul ball. Count remains 1-2. Fans just like the winning lineup. Cintas has the all-star services for all your business needs. Everything from uniforms to kitchens and restroom solutions. Get ready for the workday with Cintas.
I'm trying to remember when the last fastball we saw was.
It's been a while. The 1-2. Again, off the end of the bat, foul towards the first base dugout. Again, off speed from Hilliard. Keeps the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Georgia opened up the top of the first inning. Leadoff hitter Ben Anderson singled to right center field. Acton came in, laid down the sac bunt, advanced Anderson to second base for out number 1. Tate would walk, Collins would walk. And here we are, bases loaded. 1 out, a 1-2 count to Parks Harbor. The 1-2. Ground ball, but a bouncer foul left of third base. We'll reset everybody back to first, second, and third. Still keep the count 1-2.
I think that's about 12 curveballs in a row. Which means a high fastball could be effective.
Yeah, Harbor's done a good job again fighting off the breaking ball without going after the one way off the plate. But he has not seen a fastball yet. See what the Tigers offer up here. Again, the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hilliard's 1-2. Fastball, but it misses way outside. 2-2. Hilliard again 4-0 on the season, his 10th start of the year. 47 innings of work under his belt. The 2-2, late swing and a miss. Off speed. Harbor thought about it, then swung and missed. Hilliard records his first strikeout, 2 gone here in the top of the first inning. Strikeout powered by Super One Foods, great quality at super low prices.
Yeah, that was just right down the middle belt high. Don't need to tell you that is a big out.
Still work left to do. Cole Wagner, left-handed hitter. Wide stance at the plate is Hilliard. Kicks and fires. Off speed across the plate again, just below the belt, and it's 0-1.
Wagner, a freshman, hitting .289 on the season. He is the lone freshman in this lineup.
The 0-1. Misses low. Fastball from Hilliard evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, some of the crowd just now making their way through the gates, finding their seats. Again, with an earlier Friday night start, 6:30. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball in on the hands, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, McHale has the curveball for a strike dialed in. It's the one right off the plate or the bouncer that he's just not really been able to find the command of yet. You mentioned earlier he gets stronger during his start, and that's part of the reason, because he's able to find those other types of breaking balls. Once again, though, he's ahead in the count for the 4th consecutive hitter.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, no score, top of the first. Dogs threatening. The 1-2. Down in the dirt. Manis blocks it up. Rolls slightly up the third base line. Again, evens a count 2-2 as Wagner not chasing after that one.
Yeah, and you know what? You can credit McManus with an RBI on that one. That was a tough pitch to block. He was able to keep it in front of him. That was a great job by the Tigers catcher.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Now McManus calls for time, and he's going to walk out to the mound. Visit with Hilliard here. Gives me a chance to invite you to try a little fun. Play Sapphire Sevens from the lottery. You could win up to $20,000. Stop in at any lottery retailer. Pick up Sapphire Sevens today for your chance to win up to 20 grand. Pick up your tickets. Get your shine on. Must be at least 21 to purchase. So McManus, Hilliard, all on the same page now. Tyler will head back behind the plate. We'll resume action with bases loaded, 2 outs, and a 2-2 count to Cole Wagner.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance you look back at this pitch at the end of this ball game and remember it as one of the biggest pitches of the game.
The senior Hilliard to the plate. The
Yes,
2-2.
sir.
Called strike 3. Again, floated right across the plate. Wagner didn't pull the trigger, and Hilliard, 2 big punch outs to stop a Georgia threat in the top of the first inning. They get no runs, 1 hit, they leave 3 men on. We go to the bottom of the first. After a half inning, no score. Tigers come to the plate. When we return, this is Fighting Tiger Baseball. Bottom of the first inning here at the box. Friday night, game one, Georgia and LSU. Georgia with a threat there in the top of the first inning, but Mikhail Hilliard, as we've seen him do so many times, able to wiggle off the hook, completes 2 strikeouts to end the threat. We remain scoreless. Tigers come to the plate for the first time tonight. Josh Pearson will lead it off, followed by Cruz and Berry. And offensively, LSU looking to certainly make improvements from this past Tuesday night's game over in New Orleans. Defeated 9-4 by the Privateers to split the series between the two schools this season. The Tigers 4 runs on 7 hits, did all of their damage in the first 3 innings. Josh Pearson would have a solo shot in the top of the 9th to make it a 9-4 game, but that was all LSU was able to put on the board. Pearson with 3 home runs on the season. Again, this lineup very similar coming into this weekend that we saw last weekend against Missouri. Pearson, Cruz, and Berry starting things off, followed by Doty and Morgan. As Pearson awaits, and the first delivery called strike. Fastball in there from Nolan Crisp, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, they got the shift on for Pearson. I think it's important for LSU to try to have an extended inning here to give Mikhail Hilliard some time to rest.
Quick swing and a foul ball comes off the railing in front of the third base dugout off the bat of Pearson. It's 0-2.
You know, there's good and bad news there in the first inning. The good news, of course, was the big strikeout with or back-to-back strikeouts with the bases loaded and not surrendering a run. But Hilliard up to right over 30 pitches, I believe, after only 1 inning.
The 0-2 to Pearson. Swing and a miss. Chris brings it up in the zone in on the hands. Pearson could not find it. He's down on strikes. Chris records his first strikeout. And that'll bring up Dylan Cruz. Cruz on Tuesday night 0 for 5 in the meeting against UNO. Second on the team this season, hitting .331. Second in SEC play behind Berry. Cruz batting .320.
Yeah, he had a nice hitting streak going, didn't he? He was up to around 15 games.
First delivery from Crisp to the right-hander. Swing and a miss. Cruz swinging for the fences. But swings under the ball on the fastball offering from Crisp, and it's 0-1.
He was in 11 games.
Crisp looks in, works quickly. Here's the 0-1. Inside, misses at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Doug gave us the scouting report before the first pitch. Says we'll see Crisp 89 to 91 mile an hour with the fastballs. This one misses high upstairs. Got a solid slider. The lies on the changeup as well.
Yeah, that slider's his best pitch.
2-1 to Cruz. Just got a piece and it rolls to the backstop. May have got a piece of Gonzalez, the catcher, as well, as he'll hop around home plate and try to walk that one off. Home plate umpire Eric Gaucher out there to deliver a new baseball to Chris. Danny Cricks down the line umpiring at first. Jeff Head at second base. Fred Cannon down the line at third. As we mentioned, Eric Gaucher behind the plate calling balls and strikes. 2-2 the count to Dylan Cruz with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. No score.
Well, he caught Pearson with a fastball, probably looking for that slider in a 2-strike count. We'll see if Cruz is looking for it here.
Pitch delivery misses low. Feels the count now to Cruz. 3-2. Payoff delivery. Drops in low, ball 4. So a 1-out walk given to Dylan Cruz will get the Tigers their first base runner of the night. And we'll see Jacob Berry. And Berry, of course, leading the Tigers. 361 on the season. 382, in fact, against SEC pitching this season. 4 homers, 2 doubles. He's driven in 15 runs against SEC arms.
Yeah, and he's reached base in 23 straight games.
Berry 0 for 4 on Tuesday night. Did get a board on that walk middle of the game against the Privateers. They'll have the shift on again for Berry, and the ball hit right back to the mound. Crisp going to throw to second, but it's off the mark. to Harbor, who wisely was over. Or check that, McAllister, the shortstop, was covering at second base. Crisp had ideas that time of maybe turning two, but the throw was off the mark. McAllister had to move to his right just to make sure he got the force out. Lost his balance, so it is the out number 2 of the inning. Barry arrives on the fielder's choice, and we'll see K. Doty.
See, that's the type play right there that give us pitchers bad name.
Doty 1 for 4 on Tuesday night. Stands in. They'll put the shift on with 3 infielders left of second base to the right-handed hitter. Crisp delivers a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Doty batting .331 on the year, .315 against Southeastern Conference pitchers. He's got Barry at first base with 2 down, no score. Crisp from the stretch. Kicks and fires the 0-1. Strike on the outside corner, knee level. Another fastball, and it's 0-2. Harbor behind the third base line, near the line. Josh McAllister at short. Corey Ecton left of second base as Doty loads the bat, takes a swing, fouls it back into the screen. Count remains 0-2.
K. Doty leads the SEC in doubles this year. He has 17.
Barry with a lead off of first base with 2 outs. Crisp, the 0-2. Called strike 3, let her high. Eric Gaucher took a while, but he nodded his head before punching the strike call. And Crisp with a big strikeout there. And the Tigers come up empty. Again, it's a scoreless game as we've played a full inning of action here at the box. Top of the second coming up. Georgia to the plate. McAllister, Rogers, and Gonzalez due up 7, 8, and 9 when we continue. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Putting off the Georgia's second inning. Shortstop.
Scoreless game after 1. Georgia coming to the plate for the second time tonight. Start the top of the second inning. This inning brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your Tiger tune-up. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. McAllister to lead it off. First delivery from Hilliard. Breaking ball called strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Josh McAllister, another senior. Shortstop for the Dogs, batting .295 coming into tonight. The 0-1. Tries it again, this time missing off the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hilliard with 30 pitches needs a pretty quick inning here.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and a tad out. McAllister chases 1-2 the count. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball hung up, lifted in the air to left. Stevenson coming over on the run, and the left fielder has it for out number 1.
So far, so good.
First baseman, number 20, Kenny Rogers.
Dogs last week taking 2 of 3 against Alabama, another team that may have surprised a few people here in 2022. I say surprised because they were picked to finish 5th in the SEC West preseason. Rogers stands in, the left-hander swing and a miss. After the fastball gets by, it's 0-1.
Yeah, I think Alabama's turned some heads. Also, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
That was the opponent the Bulldogs played the weekend before Alabama. Texas A&M actually took 2 of 3 from them.
The 0-1. Strike on the inside corner with a looping curve. It's 0-2. Kenny Rogers, another senior, a left-hander in the lineup. Hilliard in the driver's seat. The 0-2 pitch. Chopping ground ball towards second. Coming over, fielding it is Doty. Doty was playing near second base. They had the shift on with Thompson out in right field. Thompson came charging in. Good communication as Doty coming to his left never stopped. Jordan able to yield to him, and Doty makes the play for out number 2.
Yeah, they had to have communicated, because if they wouldn't have, there would have been a pretty serious collision out there.
Fernando Gonzalez, the catcher out of Marietta.
7 pitches, 2 outs. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Mikhail Hilliard.
Gonzalez making his 26th start of the season. Batting in the 9 spot is Hilliard. Delivers. Breaking ball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Gonzalez hitting .282 on the year. As you mentioned, not a full-time starter.
The 0-1 foul tap to the on-deck circle of the Bulldogs, and it's 0-2 after another Rotolo's foul ball.
Gonzalez actually moved to Georgia to live with host families his final 2 years of high school. Went to North Cobb Christian in Kennesaw. His family actually resided in Panama City, Panama.
The 0-2. This is a tad high with the fastball to Hilliard. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gonzalez went 3 for 9 last weekend in that series against Alabama. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, short of the plate, evens it up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. No score, top of the 2nd inning. Nobody on, 2 down. The 2-2. Hammered to center field, will drop down in front of Cruz, and Gonzalez with a 2-out single, 2nd hit of the night for the Bulldogs. Keeps the inning going. Not what you wanted if you're Jay Johnson and Mikhail Hilliard.
Nope, he's at 42 pitches now. You'd like to see that be the total after inning number 3. But still some work to do as they flip it back to the top for Ben Anderson, who I think is one of the best hitters in this lineup, if not the best hitter.
Had a base hit to start the game in the top of the 1st, was left stranded at 3rd when they loaded the bases. And the first pitch off speed, a little bouncer foul to the first base dugout, and it's 0-1. Already a graduate of the University of Georgia in biochemistry. According to his bio, planning to head on to medical school after the baseball career is over, which may take a couple of years before he starts med school based on the way he's played this year. Here's a swing and a miss. Up and out, and it's 0-2.
And I feel like Hilliard now with 10 batters faced has been to 0-2 or 1-2, I'd bet at least 6 times.
Easy, yeah.
Maybe more.
Runner at first, 2 down. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Anderson down on strikes. Third punch out of the night for Mikhail Hilliard. And Georgia, no runs. 1 hit, 1 man left on. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Again, no score in our contest. Morgan, Thompson, Joe Baer due up. 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Tigers. When we continue, this is Fighting Tiger Baseball. As we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, let's pause quickly for station identification. Fighting Tiger Baseball on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network. Back with you inside the Caesar Sportsbook broadcast booth, along with Doug Thompson. I'm Chris Blair. Happy to have you with us on this Friday night. No score as we head to the bottom of the 2nd. Trey Morgan leads it off for the Fighting Tigers. First delivery from Crisp. Missing outside, ball 1. Morgan batting for the first time tonight. .317 hitter on the year. The 1-0 slapped and gets by. A reach by the second baseman, Corey Ecton. Tried to catch it on the short hop, but it's underneath the glove and into right center field. Morgan leads it off with a single for LSU. First hit of the night for the Fighting Tigers. Ecton really had to react quickly, and that one dropping on him. He just tried to give it the backhand pick, but it gets through. Morgan way down at first base, and we'll see Jordan Thompson. Well, Thompson, by the way, we mentioned last weekend, had kind of shaved the mustache, the full mustache. He comes in this weekend, a little bit of a goatee growing, but the curls under the helmet are gone.
Mullet. No more mullet.
Mullet is gone. First delivery from Chris, been on the hands, and it's 1-0.
Wow, looks like a different player. Look at that. Then you check out the profile on the scoreboard. He's probably lost 2 or 3 pounds cutting that thing off.
The 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air to right field. Wagner coming in. Underneath. He'll make the grab. 1 down as Thompson flies out to right field. Morgan retreats back to first base. Now we'll see Braden Joubert. Joubert struggling against Mississippi State 2 weeks ago. Again, Georgia going to institute the defensive shift as well. He hit a lot of baseballs into the shift against the Bulldogs of Mississippi State up in Starkville. Struggled against Arkansas up in Fayetteville, but kind of got back on track last weekend against Missouri, and again was able to beat the shift on a couple of occasions.
I was going to say the reason he's able to do that is because he hit the ball to the left side of the field, which of course if you see here would be trouble down the left field line. That would foul straight back into the screen. He was right on it. But I mean, think about it. If he hit a ball down the left field line right now, it might be an inside the park homer. There is no one over there.
Connor Tate playing firmly in left center field for the Bulldogs. Parks Harbor, the third baseman, you could actually say is shadowed towards the second base bag, the only infielder left side of the diamond. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Crisp gets ahead 0-2.
Way out front of the off speed there. You'll see here they will not adjust the defense, even though the batter will likely be working a little later, letting that fastball travel to try to time up the breaking ball better.
One out, runner at first for the Tigers in a scoreless game. The 0-2 hit on a rope, but right at Wagner in right field. Had to drop back a couple of steps, lift the glove, and he's got it for out number 2. Sharply hit off the bat of Joe Baer, but right at the dog right fielder.
Yeah, if he'd hit it any harder, the glove would have gone out into the diamond deck with the ball. Can't hit it much harder than that.
So now with 2 outs, Tyler McManus to the plate. McManus with his 19th start of the year behind the plate catching. 66th at bat. He's got a pair of doubles, 3 triples, and 3 home runs. Outfield playing straight up to the right-handed hitting McManus. With the right-hander, Harbor playing near the line at third. Callister deep in the 6 hole, and Corey Acton with a runner at first, shaded towards the second base bag. 0-1 the count to McManus. This one misses outside from Crisp. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Tyler's already saved 1 run in my book. A very sharp breaking ball. I think it was a 1-2 count with the bases loaded. He smothered it up, and it was not just a standard block.
Here's the 1-1. Missing outside as Gonzalez has to lunge to get that one on a fastball. It's 2-1. Two-1 delivery. Misses high. 3-1. Crisp, as we noted, working quickly, now slowing down slightly. As Morgan aboard on the single is at first base. But now he comes quickly set. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball, but foul. Third base side. Feels the count 3-2.
Yeah, you can turn the pitch clock off with this guy. Mikhail Hilliard likes to get it and go too.
Still a scoreless game. Crisp to the plate. Hit in the air. Deep to left field. McManus is going to put it out of here. McManus with his 4th home run of the season gets the Fighting Tigers on the board. It's 2-0 LSU.
That ball traveled 428 feet. It came off the bat 104 miles an hour. What a great at bat there for the Tiger catcher, Tyler McManus.
Tigers celebrate as they get the early lead here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. On a full count, 2 outs, and McManus drives it over the left center field wall.
Now batting for LSU.
I'll take it.
Number 41, Josh Stevenson.
5th home run given up by Nolan Crisp on the year. We'll see Josh Stevenson get a chance to hit here. In the 9 spot for the Tigers. Freshman batting .242. Crisp will now try to shake off that 2-run bomb. First delivery, strike across the plate with a fastball. 0-1.
Yeah, the scouting report on Crisp was dead on. Fastball's been 89 to 91 miles an hour.
The 0-1 sails outside to the left-handed hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And this will be the 30th pitch of the game for Chris. Mikhail Hilliard sits at 45.
The 1-1 ground ball towards first base, picked up by Rogers. He will toss to Chris, covering at first for a great play for the Dogs to end it, but not before LSU takes the early lead. 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave nobody on. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. 2-0. LSU leads Georgia. Dogs come to the plate next on the LSU Sports Radio Network. LSU leading 2-0 over Georgia. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Tyler McManus getting LSU on the board with a 2-run blast over the left center field wall. Now Mikhail Hilliard back out on the bump. Start his 3rd inning of work with the Tigers now giving him a 2-run lead. Corey Acton will lead it off, the left-handed hitter. Laid down the sac bunt, his first at bat back in the 1st inning.
Looking for a quick inning, Chris.
First delivery. Curve is over for a strike, and it's 0-1.
We've got to be looking at 85% curveballs so far in this game from Hilliard.
Here's the 0-1. Missed the outside corner with a fastball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike between innings. LSU with a soldier salute tonight. Captain Patrick Downs and Major Chad Scallon of the Louisiana Army National Guard honored between innings. The 1-1 ground ball bouncer foul first base way, and it's 1-2. Both double graduates, by the way, of LSU. In a nice hand as they rolled out the purple carpet. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Acton. Hails out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Hilliard delivers, swung on and lifted into center field. 3rd hit of the night for the Dogs. Acton with his first hit, and the leadoff man aboard for Georgia.
Yeah, another good piece of hitting there. That pitch down around the knees, out over the outer 3rd of the plate. Acton just got the barrel on it, dropped it into center field. Good piece of hitting.
Connor Tate now will come to the plate. He was aboard on a walk back in the 1st inning when the Dogs loaded up the bases but came away empty-handed. Tate will bat for the 2nd time tonight. Acton with a 2.5-step lead off the first base bag as Hilliard delivers in the air to right center field. This ball carrying, and this ball is out of here. And just like that, Tate ties the game at 2-2 with nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Home run number 6 for Tate.
Now batting for Georgia.
He just got a hanging breaking ball there and took it over right center field. Pretty impressive piece of hitting.
So now back to a tie game. And Collins stands in. Hilliard delivers a strike on the inside corner to make it 0-1. Collins also aboard back in the first inning on a base on balls. The 0-1. Tapper back to the mound. Glove by Hilliard, and he will fire to Morgan in time for the 1-3 putout. One away.
He's got to rebound and recover now. Of course, as a pitcher, you're always trying to earn those shutdown points. We talk about it all the time. Your team goes out and puts up a couple runs, and in that inning, you're doing your best to get the team back in the dugout without any runs. But like you said, new ball game. Got to buckle down and throw strikes.
Parks Harbor stands in. Breaking ball. One hopper to short. Thompson goes back. Fields it. Throws in time for out number 2. Again, not incredibly hard hit off the bat, but had spin, and Thompson had to make a decision, Doug, whether to come in or lay back. He made the right decision as the ball came up high off the dirt. He made it look easy, but sometimes those can be tricky, and of course took a long throw to beat the runner at first.
Yeah, he had to stay back there. That was a line drive, one hopper. He wouldn't have been able to come up and get the short pick. But there you see that big arm of Jordan Thompson.
That'll bring up Cole Wagner now with 2 down. Pitch to the left-hander, a high chopper, and will take a bounce right at first base for a foul ball. It's 0-1. Wagner caught looking. The first of 2 strikeouts for Mikhail Hilliard there in the top of the first. Georgia had the bases loaded. The 0-1. Inside, gets away from McManus, evens it up 1 ball, 1 strike. Wagner batting .286.
How about this? Hilliard threw 16 strikes, 14 balls in the first inning. Right now he's got 19 balls. He's only missed 5 times since the first inning.
Hilliard winds and delivers the 1-1. Another foul tap, rolls to the backstop, catches the screen. 1-2. Hilliard ahead once again. Wagner batting .250 coming into the weekend against SEC pitching. And .286 overall. Batting .194 with 2 outs in the inning. Tie game 2-2. Hilliard looks in. Will start the wind and the pitch. Floats up high. 1 ball, or rather 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs, Hilliard, the 2-2. Again, missing high. This one eye level. That'll field the count 3-2.
Yeah, try to get the high fastball, swing and a miss there, but as you mentioned, just a little too high. You want to get that one more at the letters on the jersey.
So with 2 outs, a payoff delivery. And staying alive is Wagner as he will send this slow roller down the first base line. Another foul ball, another Rotolo's foul ball. And they'll re-bracket 3-2.
I think that was pitch number 60 of the game for Hilliard.
Another 3-2 delivery, and again fouled off it on the hands. Wagner battling, stays alive. Tomorrow's game 2, 2 o'clock first pitch, 1 o'clock on Sunday to finish out the series. Hilliard going to try again. The 3-2. Up the middle, base hit. 2 out single off the bat of Wagner. Be the 5th hit of the night here for the Bulldogs.
Wow.
And they're not going away quietly. Already 2 runs in the top of the 3rd. As Wagner reaches by way of single, we'll see the shortstop McAllister.
And that was another 3-2 breaking ball. Got to tip your hat there to Cole Wagner.
Now batting for Georgia, shortstop Josh McAllister.
McAllister flied out to Josh Stevenson on the run in left field, his first time up. 293 average on the season. Hilliard's first delivery to the right-hander skips in front of the plate. 1-0. Pitch. Outside corner called strike. Runner at first. Wagner with a very short lead off the first base bag. The pitch from Hilliard. Going down nearly to a knee to chase it. Coming up empty is McAllister. Hilliard ahead in the count with 2 down. From the belt to the plate. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase it outside as Hilliard with his 4th punch out of the night will end it for the Bulldogs, but not before they tie the game up. 2 runs on 3 hits. The home run off the bat of Connor Tate ties it all up. Georgia evens it up. Tigers come to the plate in the bottom of the 3rd when we continue. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball. Fans get low rate, long-term financing right now on powerful Kubota tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer and test drive a Kubota today. Tied up 2-2, head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Long ball been the story for both the Dogs and the Tigers so far tonight. Josh Pearson will lead things off here in the bottom of the 3rd. First delivery from Chris, missing outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pearson down on strikes, swinging his first at bat. Crisp, the 1-0. Hammered but foul down the line and right. Takes a bounce and into the seats and then comes back onto the surface. Foul ball, evens the count 1-1. Pearson again will face the defensive shift to the right side. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Off speed, Pearson out in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And this is interesting. With 1 ball and 2 strikes now, the 3rd baseman will go to shallow right center field, and shortstop and second will play straight up.
Crisp looks in. It's the side from Gonzalez, and the 1-2 is hit but foul out of play left side. Keeps it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another Rotolo's foul ball. Nearing sunset here on this Friday as the sun finds its home in the western sky over the mighty river to our left here at the ballpark. The 1-2 up the middle by a diving Ecton, and it's into center field. Pearson picks up the 3rd hit of the night for the Tigers, and the leadoff man aboard for LSU. We'll see Dylan Cruz.
Man, Pearson has quick hands. I mean, he gets right on top of the plate, and whether you throw it in or out, he's going to get those hands around. What a great at bat from Pearson to lead it off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Cruz aboard on a walk back in the 1st inning. Faced Crisp for the 2nd time tonight. First pitch to the right-hander, just off the outside corner. Crisp thought maybe he caught it. Didn't get the call from Eric Gaucher, our home plate umpire, and it's 1-0. Wind not a factor at the moment. Looking at the flags above the batter's eye out in center field. Is Crisp going to toss over to first to keep an eye on Josh Pearson? Again, the Tigers not known for stolen bases, either in attempts or steals on the year. Pearson yet to attempt one.
Yeah, both of these teams oddly similar in that department.
1-0 to Cruz. That time catches the corner. The breaking ball, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Rounded foul. 3rd base side. Cruz falls behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Campus of LSU, a little bit of buzz this week, no doubt about it. Big series in college baseball here between Georgia and LSU. Tiger Park has LSU softball and Florida getting together Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Painted perfectly by Crisp. With the fastball, Cruz down on strikes as Crisp records his 4th strikeout, or rather 3rd strikeout of the night. And we'll see Jacob Berry. Oh, and by the way, along with baseball and softball, there appears to be some country show going on at Tiger Stadium tomorrow evening. Anybody catch a name? Anybody catch a name? Big concert tomorrow. Nobody knows. Michael Cobble knows. Got a picture with Garth earlier today. Did a little interview.
A little rumor Garth may even throw out the first pitch tomorrow.
What?
That's what I heard.
Delivery misses low to Berry, and it's 1-0. Jacob on the night, aboard on a fielder's choice back in the 1st inning.
Maybe I made it up.
Maybe you did.
No, Garth's a huge baseball fan. I'll tell you a little story about that.
Runner at first. The 1-0 to Berry goes opposite field towards the alley and left, but placed perfectly is Tate, the left fielder. Comes over to his left on the run, able to make the play for out number 2. Off the bat, looked good. You look at the positioning of Georgia defensively, and you're like, this is going to be an out.
That's a sure double all day, every day if they're played straight up. They couldn't have had him played any better out in left center. Maybe I'll tell that Garth Brooks story next inning. Now that we have 2 outs.
A little bit of a teaser, right, Michael? Yeah, a little teaser. Stay tuned. Kate Doty stands in. 2 outs. They'll have the shift on to the left side of the diamond once again. Slider misses outside, and it's 1-0. Doty caught looking in his first appearance earlier tonight back in the 1st inning. The 1-0. Off speed across the plate at the belt, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. See, we're radio guys, but we're playing TV guys tonight. So
yeah.
We know some of the lingo. Runner off of first and Pearson. The 1-1. This is low and inside, make it 2-1 now to Cade Doty. Tie game 2-2. Dogs 2 runs on 5 hits. Tigers 2 runs on 3 hits. Pearson led off the inning with a single up the middle. Still standing at first base. The 2-1. Swing and a foul ball. Headed towards the Georgia third base dugout. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. The game so far been 2 home runs. 2 two-run home runs. 1 for the Tigers, 1 for the Bulldogs. Chris now going to turn throw over to keep an eye on a close leash on Pearson at first base. He's back safely.
Yeah, Tigers' last home run came in a very similar situation. Leadoff hit by Trey Morgan, then 2 outs, and then the home run with 2 strikes on McManus. See if Doty can replicate that.
2-2, absolutely hammered to left field. This ball on the jet, and it is over the fence. See ya! Another 2-run homer. Second for the Tigers tonight. This one belongs to Cade Doty. Doty with his 9th round tripper of the season, and the Tigers regain the lead 4-2.
That one just had enough, 344 feet. It left the bat at 101 miles an hour. And that was a clutch swing with 2 strikes and 2 outs by Cade Doty. Wow.
Just over the fence and just over the metal fencing in left field. So a 2-out, 2-run home run. It's the Tigers back on top and allows Trey Morgan to come to the plate. First pitch to Trey, missing high, ball 1. Morgan with a base hit. Came around to score on that Tyler McManus home run back in the second to give the Tigers a 2-0 lead. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Chased it inside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Crisp is now approaching 50 pitches. That was 48. A couple guys have wandered down to that Georgia bullpen.
The 1-1. Came off foul off the front of the plate. Maybe even caught a piece of Morgan. He appears to be all right as it lands softly in the infield grass, right side. 1-2 now, the count to Morgan. Morgan was the DH on Tuesday night. Listening to Coach Jay Johnson for the Tigers, sounded like more precautionary, give him a little rest, not having him in the field. Luke Lito, the freshman, had a chance to make his first start as a Tiger. Also had Braden Jobert playing for the first time in right field as an LSU Tiger on Tuesday. This one fouled off again by Morgan into the screen above the third base dugout. Still 1-2. And probably not a bad idea when you consider, we talk about Trey Morgan. He's had the knee injury and now just trying to get stronger. But when he's in the field, he's not giving up an inch. Here's a ground ball, sharply hit. Ecton goes down, fields it, throws to first in time for out number 3. But the Tigers do regain the lead. 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits. 2-run blast by Cade Doty over the left field wall makes it a 4-2 LSU lead. Back after this is Fighting Tiger Baseball. Four to 2 our score. LSU leading Georgia here in game one of this SEC tilt. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Dogs come to the plate. 8-9, top of the order due up. We'll start with Cheney Rogers, left-handed hitter. Grounded out to Cade Jody, his first time up back in the second inning. 3 home runs in this game, all 2-run varieties. Difference in a 4-2 ball game. LSU with the lead. First delivery from Hilliard, inside corner, called strike, and it's 0-1. Got to get back to that Garth Brooks, Doug Thompson story.
Yeah, spring training, I guess it was 2002, maybe 2001. The Cactus League out in Arizona.
Hilliard, the 0-1. Hammered. Shift is on, but it gets out of the reach of Thompson, who was diving for it. He was placed in shallow right field. He went to his right, just couldn't get the glove on it. And another leadoff man aboard for Georgia. Hard hit off the bat for Cheney Rogers, and he'll be down at first base as Fernando Gonzalez, the catcher again, will come up for the second time.
Yeah, I thought Thompson had a beat on it. Anyway, Garth Brooks was playing for the Padres that spring training, and one day was signing autographs. I went out there with a buddy to see if I could get an autograph. Wait for the pitch here.
First pitch to Gonzalez. There's the get me over curve, and it's 0-1.
You know, there's about 100 people around him, so we were sitting in the back of this, huge group of people, and he saw us in our uniforms and made everybody move out of the way so we could come up there and get our autographs, and of course said something like, we were doing what he really wanted to do. Took a minute with us, visited for a minute with all these people waiting, signed our balls, and we took off. But a great guy.
This one fouled off the end of the bat by Gonzalez, first base way, and it's 0-2. So the real story there is 2 things. 1, Doug Thompson is Garth Brooks' hero.
Yeah.
And 2, you must have been real popular with all those people waiting to get the autograph.
I did kind of feel bad about that part. But Garth made it all right.
0-2 the count to Gonzalez. Runner at first for the Bulldogs. They trail 4-2 to LSU. The 0-2 pitch, missing outside. The fastball from Hilliard makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, they say tomorrow night could be one of the largest outdoor concerts in North American history, which is going to take place right across. We're staring at the venue, a beautiful sight here at the box each and every night. Legendary Tiger Stadium going to come alive again tomorrow. The 1-2, outside corner, called strike 3. Beautifully placed by Hilliard. Another punch out for the senior right-hander, his 5th on the night. 1 down. That strikeout brought to you by Super One Foods. Great quality at super low prices. Still a runner at first base, and top of the order now to Ben Anderson. Anderson led off the game with a base hit, was left stranded at third in the first frame. Strikeout victim to Hilliard last time in the second inning. Infield playing straight up, and the first pitch off the end of the bat, foul to the backstop, and it's 0-1.
Hilliard's up to 71 pitches now. Good time for a little 4-6-3 double play ball.
The 0-1. Get me over curve is there once again. And it's 0-2. If there's a guy on this staff, on this 2022 team, Doug, that again can kind of work his way through an outing and still be able to get near the century mark, it's going to be Mikhail Hilliard. He has confidence in doing that. And by the same token, Jay Johnson, Jason Kelly on the staff, they have that same confidence. Here's the 0-2 pitch. In on the hands, a little flare out to short, handled by Thompson on the fly. He'll throw to first, getting back just in time as Gonzalez, or rather Rogers, and not able to double him up, but they'll get the out on the little flare liner to Thompson.
That's a big second out for Hilliard, who's 2 pitches shy of 80 on the night, and he'll face Corey Acton. Acton last at bat. Took a 2-strike pitch right back up the middle to center field, and he laid down that sacrifice bunt back in the first inning.
So with 2 down, Hilliard Delivers off speed, brushes back the left-handed hitter. It's 1-0. Got a couple, actually one Bulldog.
Yeah,
Looks like a left-hander tossing down in the pin for Coach Strickland at the moment. 1 ball, no strikes to Acton with a runner at first. 4-2 LSU leads. The 1-0. Fastball just misses the outside corner. Make it 2 balls, no strikes now to Acton.
Yeah, that's Luke Wagner starting to toss down in the bullpen for the Bulldogs. There is no one in the LSU bullpen.
2-0 delivery.
Yes, he did.
Inside, snap throw down to first. A 1-hopper to Morgan. Again, Rogers able to get back. But the half-hearted swing now makes it 2-1 to Acton at the plate. Two down, top of the 4th. Hilliard's 2-1 delivery. Bouncer foul, first base way, and evens it up now. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Sorry, I said earlier McHale was about to make his 80th pitch, but he's still shy of 80, right around 78.
Runner at first, 2 down. The 2-2. Little tapper, and again bouncer foul, first base way. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fans, remember StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tiger game. Just check the virtual view, score your seats, get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub, the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. StubHub, be there. They re-rack it, 2 outs, runner at first, the 2-2. This one's going to be lifted, base hit into right field. Pearson coming in, takes it on 3 hops. He'll get it back quickly, but runners now first and second. A 2-out single off the bat of Acton. And that will bring up Tate Connor, the senior, who had the 2-run homer last time in the 3rd inning. Got aboard on a walk back in the 1st.
Yeah, you didn't want to face Tate in this inning if possible. Of course, he's already homered once in this game, and here comes Jason Kelly. No one down in the bullpen, so this will be strictly to talk over this at bat.
Tate showing the strength opposite field over the right center field wall. In his 6th home run of the year. RBI 36 and 37 here in 2022. As now we'll see some personnel head down to the bullpen, including Devin Fontenot leading the way for the Tigers. So Kelly out there allowing the Tigers to send the personnel down. Again, they'll have faith that Hilliard can find the final out of this inning. It won't be easy against Connor Tate.
Also see Blake Money headed down there, and he's wearing turfs. He's just going to hang out. Riley Cooper was in that group. As you mentioned, Devin Fontenot.
So the Bulldogs threaten here. Runner in scoring position, and Rogers down at second. Acton with a base hit to right stands at first. And Connor Tate at the plate. Pitch to the right-hander. Up and in for ball 1. Bulldogs again coming off 2 challenging weekends against Texas A&M at home, and then winning the series on the road in Tuscaloosa last weekend against Alabama. Hilliard misses low with his fastball, and it's now 2-0 after visiting here in Baton Rouge. They will be back at home in Athens, the Classic City, to take on Vanderbilt next weekend. Then it's off to Knoxville to face Tennessee. before finishing out the regular season back at home against Mizzou. Two-0 delivery, missing high. 3 balls, no strikes. And Scott Strickland, again in his 9th season in Athens, has done a great job of really building that program from the ground up. Long dormant program, again a very proud program. And over the last really 3 or 4 seasons, what used to be just Florida and Vanderbilt in the SEC East, now you got to contend with Georgia and of course Tennessee. There's a strike on the inside corner to make it 3-1 now to Tate.
Yeah, 3-0 breaking ball there. Little surprised that we haven't seen anybody up and tossing yet down in that LSU bullpen, especially with a 3-1 count.
Runners first and second. LSU leading 4-2 here in the top of the 4th frame. Wind picking up a little bit, blowing right to left slightly. The 3-1 pitch. Going to miss for ball 4. And for the second time tonight, the Dogs now will have the bases loaded.
Yeah, and their 4-hole hitter will be at the plate with another big opportunity.
So Corey Collins stands in, a walk in the first. Grounded right back to the mound, and Mikhail Hilliard last time in the 3rd inning. Still batting .295 for the Dogs this season with 9 home runs, 7 doubles, 32 runs batted in. Hilliard now 5 strikeouts, 3 walks given up. First delivery misses low and inside, 1-0. And now we'll see the catchers come off the bench, and we'll see someone toss for LSU down in the pen.
Looks like Riley Cooper will be 1. That'll be it for right now.
Rogers at 3rd, Acton at 2nd, Connor Tate. Rather Connor, I should say. Tate Connor at 1st. There's a swing and a miss to even it up 1-1.
No, I think it's Connor Tate.
Yep.
At least that's what old Billy said next to us.
They had switched on the original lineup and then switched in the stat monitor, but now it's correct. And you don't want to upset anybody's mom or grandmother, aunt, uncle. So want to get it right. Here's the 1-1.
Good pitch.
There's the curve over for a strike, and he gets ahead 1-2.
Right guy, right spot if you're the Tigers. This man's been here before. In fact, he was right here back in the 1st inning. Got out of that with a punch out.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tigers trying to hold a 4-2 lead over the Bulldogs. Hilliard takes his time. Now we'll begin the windup. The 1-2. Ground ball foul down the first base line. Keep the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Blake Money playing fielder down there, protecting the bullpen. And now with the bases loaded, the Tigers will make a defensive shift. They'll bring Thompson over from short, put him in shallow right field. Doty playing almost directly behind second base. Berry, the lone infielder, left side of the diamond with 2 outs. The 1-2 again slapped foul, smoked off the bat down the first base line, and it's still 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, McHale got away with 2 mistakes right there. Luckily, just foul balls. Got to work something down and away, below the knees, try to get a swing and miss.
McManus crouches back down behind the plate, relays the sign to Hilliard. The senior right-hander delivers the 1-2 up the middle. Doty coming in at second base, and he will grab it just above the dirt for out number 3. That one dying quickly on its way out to second base, and Doty had to get down to get it, but does so and keeps it a 4-2 lead for LSU. No runs, 2 hits, and 3 men left on again for the Bulldogs. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 4-2 Fighting Tigers. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Leading off the fourth inning, LSU shortstop, Jordan Thompson.
LSU leading Georgia 4-2. Bottom of the fourth inning, game one on a Friday night. Tigers 4 runs, 4 hits. Bulldogs 2 runs on 7 hits. They've left 3 men on in the first and again in the top of the fourth inning. Had the bases loaded. Mikael Hilliard able to work his magic. Leading things off is Thompson for the Tigers, and shows bunt but fouls it off, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, that was one of Mikael Hilliard's greatest Houdini acts to date. Twice now, the Tigers ace has been able to get out of bases loaded jams without allowing a run.
The 0-1. Misses low and inside from Crisp. It's 1-1. Again, Georgia with a left-hander warming down in the pin. Crisp approaching. Getting the pitch count.
No, it's not the pitch count.
No, he's only a little over 50. Here's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-2 now to Thompson.
But you know, for Crisp, 50 pitches is a lot. This is only his 5th career start. Now, he has started the last 4 weeks consecutively. But still, that pitch count probably getting pretty high for him.
Luke Wagner is the left-hander. The 1-2, a swing and just a foul to stay alive off the bat of Thompson. Just trying to make contact, and still 1-2 the count. Fans Super One Foods has super low prices on all your game day favorites, so up your grocery game and score big with Super One Foods. Thompson flied out to right field to Cole Wagner his first time up. The 1-2, chopper in front of the plate. Coming in is Harbor, the third baseman, has to unload quickly, not in time. Thompson beats it out. The bounce on the infield grass seemed to last forever, and Harbor came in, did all he could, knew he had to unload very quickly and did, but Thompson burning the line down to first base, gets aboard. Again, the Tigers get the leadoff man to first base to start the inning.
Yeah, the high chop there. A little surprised that the Bulldogs not looking for the review. But hats off there to Jordan Thompson. He was really hustling down the line.
So now we'll see Braden Jobert flying out. Also to right field. Thompson with the leadoff first. Crisp to the plate, and it's going to be popped up behind second base, shallow center field. Ecton calling for it now, and it's going to be dropped behind second base. 3 defenders out there. And it looked like at the very last moment, looked like initially that the second baseman
I think
was going to make the play, Acton, and then at the last moment called off because they had the shift on.
I think the shift kind of bit him right there a little bit, right? The shortstop and second basemen weren't able to communicate like they normally would have. I mean, that ball's 15 feet behind second base out in shallow center field. So, well, they weren't playing the shift there, but yeah, the third baseman who was playing right center field came over out of nowhere and called off Corey Acton, the second baseman. That was a big mistake. It will not be an error on the scoreboard. They'll give that a hit for Jobert.
Foul that one in the non-play category for Georgia. And it allows LSU now to have runners first and second, nobody out. And Tyler McManus at the plate. First at bat. McManus went yard.
And I want to add, for all the young players watching at home, the way that Jordan Thompson got off the bag right there and continued to slowly creep towards second base when he noticed that they were having a little bit of trouble. If he weren't able to do that, then he would have been picked or out at second base. The Tigers wouldn't have first and second with no outs. Oh, what a
bunt down the third base line. Nearly a spin by McManus, but he lays the bunt down. It lands in fair territory, and the runners were off and running. They're safe second and third, so McManus does his job. It won't be the prettiest bunt you'll ever see, but he was able to make it work.
Well, I almost wonder if McManus was trying to pull back and get out of there, but still got the bunt down. Either way, it gets the job done. You try to bunt strikes in a sacrifice bunt situation. That ball rode up in the hands a little bit, but again, the job gets done. Runners at second and third with only one out, and Strickland will come out looking down to the bullpen. He'll make the call to the lefty.
So the Dogs will make a change on the mound here with one out. Tigers have runners second and third in the bottom of the fourth inning, leading 4-2. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Back to tell you about the new Georgia pitcher when we come back. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball. (4-2) LSU leads. Bottom of the fourth inning. Tigers with runners on at second and third. New pitcher coming in. Before we tell you about Luke Wagner, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. Fighting Tiger Baseball here on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Along with Tiger champion Doug Thompson, I'm Chris Blair. Our producer Alondra Villarreal back in the Capital One studios. LSU leading 4-2. Coach Strickland and the Dogs decide to make a change on the mound in this situation. Down just 2 runs with 2 men on in scoring position. They'll hand the baseball off to Luke Wagner.
Luke Wagner will make his 14th appearance of the season. He enters the game with a 4.15 ERA. He is 5-1 in 30 1/3 innings of work. He's allowed 28 hits, 14 earned runs. He has 20 walks and 36 strikeouts. Wagner's fastball will sit 87 to 91 miles an hour. He'll also throw a curve and a changeup.
Stevenson will face him, left-handed hitter with the infield playing in First pitch, swing and a miss. Got away from Gonzalez, but right in front of home plate. Everyone stays put, and it's 0-1. Stevenson batting just 100 with runners in scoring position, 222 with runners aboard. But one thing about Stevenson that stands out, Doug, in his freshman campaign is there have been times he's been asked to come in as a pinch hitter, not even as a starter, and deliver a crucial at bat. He's been able to deliver that, batting 235 on the season. Big opportunity here with just 2 ribbies on the season. Again, Georgia not wanting to give it up as Stevenson lifts it high in the air to center field. Anderson going to have to get on his horse. He'll go deep in center, make the play. Tagging up and coming in to score from third is Thompson. And there's a sac fly RBI for the freshman Stevenson. That'll make it 5-2.
Yeah, I was just going to say to your point about the pinch hits, he always seems to get the job done, whether it's taking a walk against the guy, throwing 98 miles an hour in a pinch hit in the 9th inning, or right there, the sac fly deep enough to center field to get the run in. Stevenson is one of those freshmen, Chris. You don't see him very often. Once every couple years, a kid gets here as a freshman, and he has all the tools to be able to play immediately, and I think Stevenson's one of those guys.
So now a 5-2 lead. Joe Bear also tagging up. Stands at third base as top of the order Josh Pearson stands in. Had a single his last at bat in the 3rd inning. Facing Wagner for the first time.
Watch
the
your
pitch
face.
is high and tight.
Whoa.
Pearson had to turn the other cheek, stay out of the way. It's 1-0.
That one looked like it went through one ear hole and out the other. And if you notice how close Pearson stands to the plate, can't be much further than about a foot away.
The 1-0 swung on, lifted in the air, down the line, foul territory, and it will find its way into the seats. Make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, another thing you might notice with 2 outs is no one warming down in that Tiger bullpen, so we will see Mikael Hilliard run back out for the 5th.
Again, the shift on for Pearson. Harbor, the third baseman, the lone infielder this time, left of second base. Swing and a miss, chased it away, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. They move the shortstop McAllister into shallow right, or rather right of second base. They have the second baseman Ecton playing in shallow right. Again, Joe Bear at third base, and you go back to Thompson leading off with the single, beating out the throw for the infield single, and then the non-play off the bat of Joe Bear in shallow center field. Here's a swing and a miss. Pearson down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight, so Wagner shuts down the fire here in the bottom of the 4th inning when the Tigers able to plate 1 run. And they do it on 2 hits, and they leave 1 man on. We go to the top of the 5th. 5-2 LSU. Return after this. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball. 5-2. LSU leading Georgia. Top of the 5th inning. Dogs come to the plate. Harbor, Wagner, and McAllister do up 5, 6, and 7. It's Mikhail Hilliard back out there to begin his 5th inning of work. 91st pitch of his outing coming up. First delivery, it's the get me over curve. Just under the letters across the plate, and it's 0-1. Harbor tonight struck out to Hilliard in the first, grounded out to Thompson at shortstop back in the 3rd inning. Traditional infield alignment here to the right-handed hitter. The 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2.
Yeah, traditional by today's standard. 2 or 3 years ago, we would have been making a big deal of how far Kate Doty is.
Technically, there are 2 infielders left, 2 infielders right. Put it that way.
About 5 feet to the right of second base.
The 0-2 in the air to left field. Stevenson having to go back. Stevenson with a great jump, able to make the grab as he takes a step or 2 on the track for out number 1. Talked about Stevenson, what he's done in big moments at the plate. He really has been solid in the field as well.
Yeah.
Great speed. Reminds me of somebody. Maybe that was his older brother.
He's done okay playing this game.
Cole Wagner now, another left-hander at the plate. Hilliard fires this time. Across the plate for a strike, 0-1.
Hilliard doesn't have quite the pop he normally has on his fastball tonight. But he has battled through.
The 0-1. Strike at the knees. That time goes from 83 with the heater to 88.
That's one of the best we've seen all game. Must have hurt me.
0-2 now the count to Wagner. Wagner with a good at bat in the 3rd inning. Able to come away with a base hit. He was caught looking by McHale back in the 1st inning. The 0-2 just missed a tad high. Another fastball at 87. So now a steady diet of heaters to Wagner, really for the first time all night by Hilliard. It's 1-2.
Touch up some scores around the SEC. Got a little surprise for you.
Wagner awaits, and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased it down in the dirt. McManus will have to throw down to first for good measure, and does so. As Mikhail Hilliard racks up strikeout number 6 on the night. Another one brought to you by Super One Foods. Great quality at super low prices. 2 gone here in the top of the 5th inning.
I told you between innings during the break that we've been asking for a quick inning for Mikhail Hilliard ever since he threw 30 pitches in the 1st. And this is the most important one. That he's able to get in and out. He'll be able to do it hopefully in just shy of 100 pitches.
Joshua McAllister, the shortstop. 0 for 2 on the night. Takes the first swing high in the air, but foul down the right field way. Rotolo's foul ball, and a nice catch in the crowd. Gets a hand from those here at the box. It's 0-1 to McAllister.
That guy's fired up.
Well, he wisely brought his glove, telling everybody, put me in. The 0-1. Again foul, this time to the backstop. And Hilliard's ahead 0-2.
Well, he can't go in. He brought the wrong color belt. He was wearing the gold, and Tigers are wearing purple tonight.
Yeah, you got to wear the gold on Sunday. Nobody on, 2 outs. Tigers up 5-2.
Let's go 5-2.
As McManus sets up outside, and a ground ball going to sneak through into right field. Another 2-out single by this Georgia Bulldog club that does not give up. Just went the other way with it. Runner aboard now for Georgia.
Yeah. 4 consecutive innings with 2-out base hits. They just will not let Mikhail go 1, 2, 3. And he is now at an even 100 pitches. He's thrown 70 strikes.
Cheney Rogers. Base hit in the 4th. Ground out to second to Doty in the 2nd inning. Time call. Hilliard steps off. Rogers steps out. McAllister takes a lead off of first as Hilliard fires. There's a strike at the letters, and Rogers does not agree with it. In fact, he'll have a quick conversation with Eric Gaucher, the home plate umpire. I think maybe just trying to verify where the strike zone was. That one, again, right around the number on the right chest of the uniform for the Bulldogs. Hilliard, the 0-1. Opposite field, lifted to left. Stevenson again on the run, and the freshman tracks it down for out number 3. Backing up his pitcher, I'd say. Great job by Stevenson. And Georgia goes, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. LSU leading 5-2. They come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning. When we come back, this is Fighting Tiger Baseball. TJ Ribs, the official barbecue restaurant of LSU Athletics, proudly serving the greater Baton Rouge area. Their famous barbecue since 1986. Remember, TJ Ribs, the reason for ribs. LSU comes to the plate leading 5-2 over Georgia. Bottom of the 5th inning, we'll see Dylan Cruz lead it off. First pitch from Wagner way outside and high. Ball 1-0. Cruz a walk in the 1st. Caught looking last time in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, he's due to hit a ball hard.
Left-hander fires. Pitch low and inside. That'll make it 2 balls, no strikes. Wagner, second pitcher of the night, in relief of starter Nolan Crisp. The 2-0. There's a strike at the knees to make it 2-1. One of the reasons there's optimism is this Georgia Bulldog team was able to hold the rope, if you will, without Jonathan Cannon for a number of weeks as a starter. As this pitch from Wagner misses inside, make it 3-1. Cannon considered by many, including LSU head coach Jay Johnson, to be the best pitcher, starting pitcher in the SEC. The junior out, as we mentioned, for a number of weeks, but able to make a return last week. The 3-1 in the air to left field, but right at. Didn't have to move a step or two as Connor Tate. He will wait for the ball to find him, and there's 1 out.
Yeah, Connor Tate's been standing in the right spot twice now. Once for Berry and now for Cruz. Told you he was due to hit one hard, though.
That'll bring up Jacob Berry, now facing the left-hander. The switch hitter will bat from the right side, but Cannon expected to pitch tomorrow in Game 2 in this series. Last week in his return went 5 innings. No runs, no hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks against Alabama. This one missing to Berry. It's 1-0. Berry aboard on a fielder's choice in the first, flied out to left field his last at bat in the 3rd inning. The 1-0 down the middle for a strike, evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Berry last weekend against Missouri, 6 of 10 at the plate, 4 RBI, 5 runs scored. The 1-1 slap, base hit through the 6 hole into left field. A 1-out single as Berry sent that one all the way to the track. He turns the corner at first, slides in, throw off the mark. And Berry stretches that into a double as that ball was absolutely scalded to left field. Connor Tate picked it up just in front of the track, heads up base running by not only Jacob Berry, but Coach Wanaka gave him the green light. He made the turn, gets into second.
Well, and you remember Connor Tate stole a double from Berry in his last at bat playing out there in left center field. Well, that time Berry gets the double back because he was playing in left center field, not able to carry it or get over there quickly enough. And Jacob Berry now has reached base in 24 consecutive games.
8th double of the year for Berry, the professional hitter for LSU. 1 out, and we'll see Cade Doughty. Doughty, not a bad hitter either, had a 2-run homer in the 3rd. First pitch off speed for a strike, 0-1. Wagner will turn, throw to second, and Berry gets back with a head-first slide. Good move that time by Wagner. Back to Ecton.
I'll use this inning to update some scores around the SEC. The scoreboard update will be presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook.
The 0-1 pitch. Cade holds back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Gainesville, Florida leads Kentucky by a score of 9-1. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning.
1-1 pitch. Again low and inside. Move the count 2-1 now to Doughty.
And how about this score? Tennessee scored 2 in the bottom of the second to take a 2-0 lead. It stayed there until the top of the 6th where Auburn put 4 on the board. They lead it 4-2 heading to the bottom of the 7th inning in Knoxville.
2-1, same location for Wagner, low and inside near the top of the cleats, and it's now 3 balls, 1 strike to Cade Doughty. Not where you want to be if you're Luke Wagner.
And Vanderbilt in the top of the 7th. And Nashville leads Texas A&M 8-1. They're looking to tie that series up as the Aggies won the opener last night 5-1.
3-1 off speed, catches the outside corner. That'll fill the count now 3-2. Nicely done by Wagner.
South Carolina and Alabama and Columbia also playing game 2. The Gamecocks took the opener 6-5 last night. It is 1-1. That game's also in the bottom of the 8th.
Berry at second base with 1 out. The 3-2 swung on and fouled down the 3rd base line. Keeps it full to Cade Doughty.
Mississippi State leads Missouri 13-1 in the top of the 8th inning in Columbia. And last but not least, the Ole Miss Rebels have a shutout going at Arkansas. Rebs lead it 4-0. They're in the bottom of the 7th.
With 1 out, payoff pitch to Doughty. Big swing, but he fouls it out of play right side. Still 3-2. Fans H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. For all of your rental needs, call 877-700-RENT or visit HERentals.com today. Tigers up 5-2. Georgia, in fact, has out-hit LSU 8-7. The Tigers lead on the scoreboard. The 3-2, called strike 3. Wagner off speed at the knees. Doughty thought it was low, but he's down on strikes. Wagner records his second punch out in relief, 2 down.
First baseman, Trey Morgan.
So now Trey Morgan will come to the plate with Barry on that 1-out double to left field, stands at second base. First delivery, big swing, comes up empty. It's 0-1. 3-run lead here, Doug, but anybody who's watched SEC baseball this season knows that
Not
3
enough.
runs in this league does not mean much, especially against a offensive-minded team in Georgia. The 0-1. There's a strike on the outside corner with the heater from Wagner, and that's now 0-2 to Trey Morgan.
And I think we're going to see Mikael Hilliard again. As with 2 outs, you would assume the next pitcher would be tossing right now. So Mikael Hilliard with over 100 pitches will likely start off the 6th for the Tigers.
Runner at second with 2 down. Here's the 0-2. This one does sell outside. Morgan holds back. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mentioned Georgia's upcoming schedule. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, and Missouri to finish out the season. LSU on the road to Alabama, then back for Ole Miss, and they'll finish up at Vandy. The 1-2. High and outside, evens it up 2-2. Now to the LSU first baseman, Trey Morgan. Morgan, of course, has been the leadoff hitter in his time here at LSU. He's batted anywhere 2, 3, and 4. And now really feels like he's found a sweet spot, batting 5th in the lineup here of late. Staying alive as he chases this one, gets a piece with the bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jay Johnson 2 weeks ago started talking about how well he handles the bat, where he can go anywhere in the field with the baseball, and having men on base when Morgan is at the plate. Here's that opportunity right here with 2 outs. Wagner's 2-2 pitch. Opposite field. In the air to left field. Tate, though, able to get to it in fair territory for out number 3. Tigers get a 1-out double from Barry, but left stranded, no runs. That 1 hit and 1 man left on. Top of the 6th coming your way. Tigers leading Georgia 5-2. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Putting on the
15 hits so far between these 2 teams. It's a 5-2 LSU lead. Bulldogs so far 2 runs on 8 hits. Tigers 5 runs on 7 hits. LSU with 2 2-run homers. Georgia on the board with a 2-run homer as well back in the top of the 3rd inning. Mikael Hilliard, in fact, back out there again to start his 6th inning of work, and the get me over curve still working. Sets up Fernando Gonzalez 0-1 as the Bulldog catcher bats for the 3rd time tonight. A single in the 2nd, caught looking by Hilliard last time in the 4th frame. The 0-1. This breaking ball misses high and outside, make it 1 ball, 1 strike. Hilliard so far, again, not a surprising line. 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned on that home run. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, but still battling, protecting the bullpen for the rest of what will be a tough weekend here at home against the Dogs. The 1-1. There's a strike at the knees, and he gets ahead again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Riley Cooper, as we told you, continuing to toss down in the bullpen. Took a little break while the Tigers were at the plate, but he's back up and throwing now. With Hilliard, as we said, already well over the century mark in number of pitches. 1-2 the count to Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's so important for that Friday night guy to eat up as many outs as possible. And I'll tell you what's most impressive to me about Mikael's outing tonight is that he's battling. He's kept his team in a position to win the ball game, and he does not have his best stuff.
The 1-2. This breaking ball down in the dirt, well short of the plate. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think that's an excellent point, that he's just been able to battle.
Yeah.
And when he really needed to deliver a pitch, I mean really, not in all spots, but he was able to do so. And again, his defense thus far has done a great job behind him as well, which is always key because Hilliard's going to give up contact. That's part of it. 2-2 pitch.
There he is.
Swing and a miss. Breaking ball got Gonzalez off balance. 7th strikeout of the night for Mikael Hilliard. Another one brought to you by Super One Foods. Great quality at super low prices. And now to the top of the order for the Bulldogs, Ben Anderson batting for the 4th time tonight. Had a single to start the game in the 1st inning, was left stranded at 3rd when the Dogs had the bases loaded. Strikeout victim to Mikael in the 2nd. And lined out on a soft liner, jammed on the hands to Thompson at shortstop back in the 4th. Hilliard fires. There's the curve. It's still there, and it's still beautiful. 0-1.
Well, and he's had that one all night. The 1 for a strike, the regular number 2. It's been his ability to locate that one off the plate or bounce it. He just hasn't been as sharp doing that, and his fastball really hasn't been as sharp as it's been all season either. Again, he's just battled tonight with not his best stuff. Oh, beautiful pitch.
Swing and a miss. Anderson couldn't stay away, and he falls behind 0-2.
Don't see a reason to throw anything else. He missed that one by about a foot.
Devin Fontenot now will join Cooper. He's up and throwing, the veteran right-hander for LSU down in the bullpen. So Coach Johnson with a righty and a lefty. It appears Cooper, of course, is ready if needed. The 0-2. Low and inside, got away from McManus, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Anderson. Coach Johnson told us before the game in the dugout, brought to you by National Trench Safety, that he really felt like against right-handers, LSU would stick to the lineup they saw last week against Missouri. That may change on Sunday, expecting a left-handed hurler for the Bulldogs and Liam Sullivan. The 1-2, sharply hit ground ball, knocked down by Morgan. He'll glove it. The race to the bag, and Trey Morgan wins it. 2 gone.
Wow.
That's what I mean by, even with a nagging knee problem, trying to get back to 100%. Jay Johnson said we had to get him out of the field Tuesday because when it comes to making plays, he doesn't think about the knee. And again, just an excellent job by the Tiger first baseman to get the 2nd out.
If you didn't see the brace underneath his pants, you wouldn't know.
So with 2 gone, we'll see Acton to the plate. He's 2 for 2, laid down a sac bunt, and then back-to-back singles in the 3rd and 4th. First delivery from Hilliard apparently missed for ball 1.
Might have been the best breaking ball he's thrown yet.
And you didn't need me to tell you that. You just had to listen to the crowd.
They are the most knowledgeable fans in college baseball, Chris.
Here's the 1-0 from Hilliard. Chopping ground ball again. Ed Morgan at first. This time he'll stay upright, glove it high, and step on the bag for out number 3. And Mikhail Hilliard going to get a big hand as he makes his way to the dugout.
He deserves it.
As he maintains a 5-2 LSU lead. Quick work of the Dogs here in the top of the 6th. Nobody touches base. We head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Thompson, Joe Bear, and McManus due up 6-7-8. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball. Jordan Thompson to lead it off for LSU as we head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. LSU leading Georgia 5-2. Just behind us and to the left at Tiger Park tonight. LSU softball Beth Torina getting the win in game 1 over Florida. 9-1 the final. Luke Wagner pumps in a fastball on the inside corner, and it's 0-1 to Jordan Thompson. Thompson flied out to right in his first at bat. Got an infield single, beating out a throw from third baseman Parks Harbor. His last at bat came around to score another run for the Tigers. This one misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Thompson. And the Tigers have 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. The 1-1. Didn't go around, but a called strike nonetheless, and he falls behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Georgia, as they have every time with Thompson up, will institute the shift to the left side of the diamond.
Looks like Devin Fontenot will be the next pitcher for the Tigers, as that one is slapped foul into the Georgia dugout down the third baseline.
Still 1 ball, 2 strikes.
About Mikhail Hilliard. Wow.
Something to be said for having a veteran on the staff, as this one got loose from Wagner. Way outside. Gets beyond the reach of Gonzalez, and it's now 2-2. Just lost the grip, it appeared.
I mean, the guy hadn't caught an L since 2019. And Walt tonight.
Thompson readies the bat. Wagner, the left-hander, fires. Misses. Chin level. And it's now a full count, 3-2.
Yeah, Jordan Thompson, 410 this year when he leads off an inning.
Upped his average slightly, now 270. And a free pass going to put Thompson down at first base, and again LSU gets the leadoff man aboard. It's another walk. First given up by Wagner in relief.
That is the 4th time tonight the Tigers have had the leadoff runner aboard.
So now Braden Jobert to the plate. 1 for 2 on the night. His base hit came in the 4th inning.
Yeah, his first at bat, he almost tore the right fielder's glove off. He hit it so hard. And his next at bat, he hit a pop-up to shallow center field. Came away with a hit.
Fastball from Wagner misses on the hands. It's 1-0. Again, Georgia will institute that shift where they take the third baseman, Parks Harbor, move him. He's now standing just on the right field grass, second base side. McAllister, the lone infielder, left of second. As Wagner's pitch misses high, that'll make it 2-0 now to Jobert. Time called. Gonzalez going to go out and visit with his pitcher, as will I believe head coach Strickland, or is that the pitching coach? Sean Kinney wearing the hoodie, so we'll wait and see. Looks like it's Coach Kinney out there to visit at the moment. The 2-0 count, 1 man on for LSU, and a 5-2 Tiger lead. Remember, fans, when the Tigers win, you win. Just enter promo code LSU50 the day after an LSU baseball victory, and you'll receive 50% off your online order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. A lot of people making plans to come to LSU's campus tomorrow. Of course, it's going to be and feel like a football Saturday here in late April. But compound that with a softball game and a baseball game. So yeah, should be a lot of excitement here.
Over 100,000 people on campus tomorrow.
2-0 delivery. Jobert swings and puts a foul ball in the Tiger dugout, first base side. And it's 2-1.
Supposed to be beautiful weather again. Won't be quite as cool as it is in this game. Supposed to get up into the mid 80s. But what a treat tonight if you decided to come to the box. Dare I say, perfect weather.
Wagner checks the runner at first to Thompson. Now the 2-1. Off speed, inside corner, evens it up now to Jobert. It's 2-2. Yeah, haven't hit the high humidity yet. So even on a day like today and hitting the lower to mid 80s, it still felt great. Now that the sun has gone down, we're super mild temperatures again without that humidity. Just a nice night to be out at the ballpark with the temperature currently 74 degrees. This one misses low, and that'll fill the count now to Braden Jobert, 3-2.
A couple games have gone final around the league. Florida wins over Kentucky 9-2 in the opener of that series in Gainesville. And South Carolina takes game 2 against Alabama. They lead that one 2-0 now, as Bama will look to avoid the sweep tomorrow in Columbia.
3-2 pitch, slapped and grabbed out of the air by Rogers at first base. He will apply the tag to Thompson and double up the Tigers. Right off the bat of Jobert, Rogers, great instincts, went up, gloved it cleanly. Thompson had not gone far, but far enough. Rogers just easily applies the tag.
Yeah, look, actually Thompson read it perfectly. Freeze on a line drive. He just had a lead off of first base, and he did freeze, tried to get back. Went right into the tag. Nothing he could have done to avoid that. Just an unfortunate break for the Tigers.
Tyler McManus due up, but before he will enter the box, Coach Jay Johnson calls him over. Talk it over here on the on-deck circle with 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fans, visit your local Kubota dealer. See why Kubota is the #1 rated reliability under 100 horsepower tractor in the US of A. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer and test drive a Kubota today. McManus tonight had the 2-run homer to give the Tigers the lead back in the 2nd inning. 2-0. And then laid down the sac bunt in the 4th inning to advance runners second to third. Eventually, one of those runners would come in to score to make it a 5-2 ball game on the sac fly RBI from Josh Stevenson. And if you saw the replay, Doug nailed it. He was showing bunt. The pitch was up in the zone, and he tried to pull back and actually made contact. Put down a pretty good punt.
A really good punt.
There's a strike on the inside corner from Luke Wagner, and it's 0-1 to start McManus.
I'd like to say hello to my good buddy Brian Hess, who's listening and watching along with us at home.
The 0-1 outside corner. McManus falls behind early to Wagner, 0-2. Two out, nobody on. The 0-2 pitch misses low. They appeal down to first, but didn't appear he went. Danny Cricks agree, our first base umpire. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to McManus. Georgia will have Tate, Collins, and Harbor due up. Part of the order for the Dogs. There's a swing and a miss. McManus chased it down and away. And Wagner gets some help from his defense. Takes away a leadoff walk. Double him up on the line drive to first, and then finishes with a strikeout. The Tigers are done. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. We go to the top of the 7th. Georgia comes to the plate. They trail LSU 5-2. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball. Top of the 7th inning coming your way here in Game 1. Georgia and LSU getting together in an SEC battle. Right now the Tigers lead by 3, 5-2. We expected maybe Riley Cooper, maybe Devin Fontenot.
Yeah.
Coach Jay Johnson decides to make a change to start the 7th, and he brings in the hard-throwing right-hander Eric Raiselman.
Yeah, Coach Johnson not playing around here. Raiselman will enter the game for the 20th time this year. That's tied for the team lead. He enters with a 2.05 ERA. He is 1-1 with 2 saves this year. He's gone 26 1/3 innings, only allowed 18 hits, 6 earned runs. He has 11 walks and 42 strikeouts. Opponents hitting a minuscule 184 off the flame-throwing right-hander.
Well, he'll face the heart of the order for the Bulldogs, Connor Tate, who's 1 for 1 on the night to lead it off. He had the 2-run homer for the Dogs to get him on the board in the 3rd inning. Bookended by a couple of base on balls offered up by Hilliard. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 4th inning.
Yeah, if everybody does their job, this might be the last time through the meat of the order in the 7th inning. So this is a huge inning for the Tigers and Eric Raiselman.
So Tate will dig in. It'll be a right-hander on right-hander matchup to start it. Collins and Harbor await in the wings, 4 and 5 in the lineup. Raiselman 2 rocks. Now he's set, and the first pitch, swing and a miss. 97-mile-an-hour blazing fastball to start him off, and it's 0-1.
Final line for Mikael Hilliard. Worked 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, only 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. For Hilliard, he threw 113 pitches.
Raiselman comes set, kicks and fires the 0-1. Going down to grab it on a short hop is Morgan, first base side, and he'll flip to Raiselman covering for out number 1. Another great play by Morgan going to his right initially off the bat. You thought there was a chance that would sneak through into right field. But Morgan's so savvy at first base. Again, makes stuff look easy. Raiselman heads up play there to cover, and 1 gone.
That's 3 ground balls in a row over there to Trey Morgan. Can hit it to him all night as far as I'm concerned.
So Connor Tate retired. That'll bring Collins. Oh for 2 on the night, earned a walk in the first inning. Raiselman delivers. Opposite field ground ball, slow bouncer to Thompson. The throw going to be in the dirt, and Morgan can't dig it out. Made the stretch, but it's over his head. Into second base is going to be Collins. Again, off the bat, it was not sharply hit. It was a slow bouncer, so to speak. But I think when he looked up, he saw the runner moving and, again, just did not make the right throw.
Well, for me, Jordan Thompson never set his feet to throw. He tried to throw that ball on the run. He didn't need to. He should have caught the ball, set his feet, and made the strong throw across the diamond. So that's a mistake by Jordan Thompson, the first error of the game. And Raiselman going to have to pitch out of a little bit of trouble here in the top of the 7th.
Collins down at second base, so Georgia, another runner in scoring position with 1 out. Parks Harbor, the third baseman, a right-hander. 0 for 3 on the night. Raiselman delivers. Fastball misses high, 1-0. Bulldogs 0 for 3 tonight with runners in scoring position, including 2 opportunities with the bases loaded. They've left 9 men on base. Two 2-0 the count to Harbor. Raiselman checks the runner, now fires. This pitch going to miss low with a fastball, 3-0. Harbor with a good eye, able to work the count. 3 balls, no strikes.
It's going to get Riley Cooper back moving down in the bullpen. And now Grant Taylor going to head down, but it's like he's just going to protect that catcher.
3-0. Take is on by Harbor. It's a strike down the middle. 3-1.
There's big Riley Cooper.
Collins board on the throwing error by Jordan Thompson. Able to reach to second base. The 3-1. Misses low, ball 4. Raiselman gives up the walk. Now Georgia has runners first and second.
Yeah, for me, Chris, Raiselman does not really look comfortable tonight. I don't know why I say that. Still throwing it in there, 96, 97, but there's something about that release point. Just doesn't look very consistent.
Cole Wagner now stands in. Raiselman to face another left-hander in the batter's box. Wagner 1 for 3. Couple of strikeouts. Had a base hit in the 3rd inning. Now McManus going to call for time. Again, you remember Cooper was up and warming with Hilliard on 2 occasions.
Yeah.
Then sat down for both Fontenot and Raiselman. They eventually went with Raiselman here to start the top of the 7th inning. McManus, as he crouched, then called for time, went out to visit. And I can see Coach Jay Johnson looking at the numbers, talking it over. He's now talking to the headset with McManus. And now Tyler will come back and get behind home plate.
Well, you've got Wagner, the lefty, and McAllister sits on deck. He's a right-hander here. Then Cheney Rogers, the 8th batter in the lineup, is also left-handed. So we'll see if Jay Johnson goes out there to get Raiselman now or if he waits for the next lefty. Looks like he's going to wait.
Runners first and second. Cole Wagner at the plate. Raiselman on the mound. And the pitch. Misses high and outside. Ball 1.
He might not wait. This might be one of those at-bats where he pulls them with a count on the hitter. And here comes Jay Johnson right now. It will be 1-0 for Riley Cooper.
Coach Johnson, a speedy walk out to the mound. I think you guessed it, partner.
I just think he likes the matchups, and we'll see. He hasn't made a call yet. Looks like he's really out there just trying to decide what he wants to do. Cooper looks like he's ready down in the bullpen. Jay Johnson, he will make the call to Riley Cooper. Yep.
So with 1 out, 2 men on for Georgia, and a 1-0 count to Wagner at the plate, the Tigers make the call to the bullpen. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. We'll give you Riley Cooper's numbers and get back to it. 5-2 LSU leads here in the top of the 7th. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball. LSU brings up Eric Raiselman to start the top of the 7th inning. But now with Georgia runners first and second, 1 out. I'll make another call. Riley Cooper will take over. Coming again with a 1-0 count to the already at the plate, Cole Wagner.
Big Riley Cooper coming in for the 21st time this season. That leads all Tiger pitchers. He enters with a 3.33 ERA, 3-2 on the year. He's worked 24 1/3 innings, allowing 23 hits, 9 earned runs. He has 4 walks and 21 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .253 off the southpaw. This is the 13th appearance in SEC play for Riley Cooper, which also leads the ball club. 14 innings of work in the SEC, 13 strikeouts, only 3 walks. Tigers could use a strikeout here.
Collins at second, Harbor at first base. Cooper, the 1-0 delivery, swing and a foul ball, third base side off the bat of Wagner. Coach Strickland, knowing his team is still right in the thick of things, sends a left-hander, Bryce Malier, down to the bullpen for the Bulldogs. Again, Luke Wagner, I think overall has done a good job kind of stabilizing the game in his relief effort for Nolan Chris, but things way from being settled yet. This pitch from Cooper high and inside, now make it 2-1, the count to Wagner.
Another game has now gone final across the league. Mississippi State A winner 13-4 over Missouri in Columbia. And by the way, Auburn not able to hold on there, 7-4. Now the Vols lead after scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th.
Wagner takes another swing on the 2-1 pitch, and it will find the seats way down in the grandstand left field way. 2-2 now, the count. Now, what'd you say the early lead was? 4-0?
Well,
Auburn?
they led it 2-0, then Auburn scored 4 and went 4-2 in the top of the 6th and bottom of the 7th. And Tennessee's still hitting. They've already scored 5.
I can assure you 4 runs certainly Auburn knows is not enough.
Nope.
The 2-2. Down the middle, called strike 3. Wagner left the bat on the shoulder. And Cooper delivers across the plate. Big strikeout for the Tiger reliever, his first. And there's 2 gone now in the top of the 7th inning. And we'll see McAllister, the shortstop.
Yeah, I think Jay Johnson going to Riley Cooper in this situation. Again, Chris, we look back in the 9th inning. We talk about recaps after every game. If Riley Cooper able to execute here, this would be one of the key moments.
Cooper will come set. The left-hander checks the runners. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed. McAllister swings over the top. Redshirt senior out of Cumming, Georgia. And you're looking at 2 teams in 2 states that have great high school and prep baseball. Georgia a hotbed, Louisiana of course a hotbed. There's a strike on the inside corner to make it 0-2 now to McAllister. In fact, you can look around the SEC. You'll see a ton of Georgia kids on the Georgia Bulldog roster. A lot of Louisiana kids on the LSU roster. And then you'll see those players on a few other rosters across the SEC.
Huge pitch.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. The inside fastball from Cooper. Down goes McAllister, and again Georgia leaves a runner in scoring position stranded. They leave 2 men on in the top of the 7th inning. Time to stretch it out here at the box. LSU up 5-2. They come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th inning. Stevenson, then top of the order, Pearson and Cruz. When we come back, this is Fighting Tiger Baseball. Josh Stevenson going to lead it off for LSU. Wagner continues, the left-hander on the mound. First pitch to Stevenson. Lofted in the air to center field. Giving chase is Anderson. And again, almost same spot he got the sac fly RBI. Anderson able to chase it down shy of the warning track in center field for out number 1.
Well, that's what you're looking for if you're Luke Wagner. 1 pitch, 1 out. Although Steve-O gave that a ride.
Josh Pearson now stands in the leadoff spot tonight for Coach Jay Johnson. A couple of strikeouts, did have a single, came around to score in the 3rd inning. And LSU plated 2 runs to take a 4-2 lead. The 0-1 drops in low. 1 ball and 1 strike. LSU took a 2-0 lead after 2 innings. Georgia would answer with a 2-run home run in the top of the 3rd to tie it up. LSU then would follow suit, make it a 4-2 game after 3. The 1-1. Pearson again swings and misses. Falls behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tigers would add 1 more there in the bottom of the 4th inning on that sac fly RBI from Josh Stevenson, scoring the 5th run of the game. Been quiet in the 5th, 6th, and top of the 7th thus far. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and Pearson down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. 2 gone.
And not a great night for Pearson. Only had 16 strikeouts coming into the game, 3 tonight.
Dylan Cruz 0 for 5 on Tuesday. 0 for 2 tonight. Didn't get a board on a walk way back in the 1st inning, but caught looking in the 3rd and flied out to left field his last at bat. Pitch from Wagner. Scoots him off the plate, low and inside. 1-0.
Yeah, he's due. Next ball he hits might come off the bat 150 miles an hour.
The 1-0. Swing and a foul ball off the top of the plate. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Remember, Tiger fans, you can show off your team spirit here at the game or even while you're at home. Just visit Cox.com/Tigers. Take a selfie with your favorite Tiger. And remember, Cox, they're LSU fans 24/7. 2 outs and the 1-1. Hit high in the air to left center field. See ya and good night. Dylan Cruz did hit the ball very hard, and he puts it over the left center field fence. Dylan Cruz with home run number 11. It's now 6-2 LSU.
Yep, 108 miles an hour off the bat, 429 feet. It was a rocket out to the Caesars Sportsbook left field landing. That one, what you call a no-doubter, partner.
Again, just left up in the zone by Wagner. Cruz got everything into that one.
Smoke.
3rd home run of the night for the Tigers. First solo of the evening, and we'll see Jacob Berry now with 2 gone. A 6-2 LSU lead. Again, against Wagner, the left-hander, he'll bat for the 2nd time tonight from the right side. First delivery off speed inside, missing ball 1. And again, the left-hander back up and throwing. This time, a new left-hander, Colin Caldwell, for the Bulldogs down in the bullpen. The 1-0. There's a strike to Berry. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jacob Berry on the season talked about how well he has hit the baseball, and he's been one of the best in the country. There's a strike to make it 1-2. 13 home runs, Doug Thompson, all from the left side of the plate.
See what you're trying to do.
The 1-2, swing and a miss. Swung for the fences, but came up empty. Wagner records the strikeout. And that'll do it for LSU. However, they add to their lead One run on one hit. It was a solo shot from Dylan Cruz, and it's now 6-2 Fighting Tigers. Head to the top of the 8th inning. Georgia comes to the plate when we return. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
Hitting off the Georgia 8th inning. First baseman, Cheney Rogers.
6-2, LSU leading the Georgia Bulldogs on a Friday night. Game 1 of this series. Game 2 coming up tomorrow. First pitch at 2 o'clock. But more work to be done. Riley Cooper delivers to Cheney Rogers. Breaking pitch misses outside. 1-0.
Looks like Paul Gervais starting to get loose down in the Tigers bullpen, just in case.
The 1-0 called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cheney 1 for 3 on the night. A single back in the 4th inning. Lined out to Stevenson back in the 5th. 1-1 from Cooper. Popped a mile high. Shallow left center field. Cruz, though, coming in. He'll call for it. Squeeze it for out number 1. Cheney retired. Cheney Rogers retired.
Love seeing that leadoff man go back to the dugout, especially late in the game.
At the plate, the Bulldogs, catcher Fernando Gonzalez.
Fernando Gonzalez now to the plate. Also 1 for 3 for the Dogs. In fact, they've gotten production tonight on the back end of their order. Cooper to the right-hander. Half-hearted swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Now we get a warm-up pitch, get loose out of the bullpen. Cooper ready to rock. The 0-1. Low for ball 1. One's going to hit Gonzalez, I believe, right in the ankle or back of the foot.
Back foot breaking ball got away.
Gonzalez wincing in pain momentarily, but now appears to be A-OK, and he'll run down to first base. So Cooper puts a runner aboard with 1 out, hit by pitch.
Yeah, it goes without saying, obviously, Chris. You got a 4-run lead in the 8th inning. Free passes are just a no. Just can't happen.
Second time on the year the Bulldog catcher's been hit by a pitch. He'll take a short lead off of first, and we'll see top of the order Ben Anderson. Cooper comes back with a strike down the middle with a fastball, and it's 0-1. Anderson, a base hit back in the 1st inning. Strikeout, line out, and a ground out following.
Gervais now starting to move a little quicker down in the bullpen.
The 0-1. Placed in the air to left field. Stevenson having to sail back on the track. Lifts his glove up and makes the grab for out number 2. What were we saying earlier about Stevenson playing well in the field?
Just like Big Brother. That's 3 balls tonight hit almost exactly like that, which he makes look routine. That long, lanky body, but if you see, he catches that ball right on the warning track, and it was hit pretty hard.
Gonzalez stays put at first now with 2 down. We'll see. Corey Acton, the second baseman. Acton 2 for 3, sitting in the 2 spot in the lineup. Cooper pumps in a strike to make it 0-1. Tigers tonight 6 runs on 8 hits, 1 error.
And the ball comes down from the bullpen. Have I mentioned I thought the bullpen should be taken off the field of play?
You've said that a few times. Jay Johnson has also said that a few times.
It's time. Now, where do you put them? That's a whole different story.
I think that is the question. The 0-1 showing bunt down the third base line. A beauty. Berry having to come in, and he will put it in his pocket. Great job by Acton, as Berry was playing at or behind the third base bag, and just a quick show bunt laid down perfectly third base line, and good play by Berry in the sense of not trying to force that one, as Acton had that beat out.
Yeah, nothing he could have done about that.
So now Georgia again, similar story. A runner in scoring position. Runners now first and second.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 is due up now in the order.
Coach Strickland certainly knows they are 0 for 5 tonight with runners in scoring position. They have left 11 men on base, and Jay Johnson also well aware of that. Now going to come out and visit with Riley Cooper.
I think he's going to go to Gervais here. Not sure he hadn't made a call yet, but once again he likes the righty-righty matchup, and with 2 right-handers. No, Corey Collins actually a left-handed hitter sitting in the on-deck circle, so we'll see what he does here. Now Gervais has thrown one down on the field.
Coach Johnson always uses this opportunity in these situations to not only talk with his pitcher. In fact, he walked out to the mound. The first person he talked to was Jacob Berry, the third baseman. But he will make the call to the pen. Riley Cooper's night is done with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Georgia again with runners at first and second. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. We'll tell you about the tall drink of water. Tall Paul Gervais takes over on the mound. When we come back, this is Fighting Tiger Baseball.
of the 8th inning in Knoxville, Tennessee 10, Auburn 4.
Ball Gervais takes over on the mound for the Fighting Tigers, who lead 6-2 over Georgia in Game 1. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. He will face off against Connor Tate, who will come to the plate. Tate 1 for 2 on the night. Did have the 2-run homer in the third, a couple of walks as well, as Gervais comes in. 4th pitcher of the night for the Fighting Tigers.
The big right-hander will come into the game with a 2.66 ERA. He is 1-1. This will be the 20th time out for Gervais this season. He has 3 saves and 23 2/3 innings of work. He's allowed 12 hits, 7 earned runs. He has 38 strikeouts compared to only 7 walks. Opponents are hitting 138 off of the right-hander.
Gonzalez at second, Acton at first, and Gervais delivers a first pitch called strike. It's 0-1.
I think this is another great call to the bullpen from Jay Johnson.
Gervais will turn, fake a throw back to second. Looking into McManus, wanting to make sure he got the sign. Not wanting to be called on a pitch count or the clock. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball right there at 95, and a swing and a miss by Tate puts him behind in the count 0-2.
Little Louisiana Bayou there.
Runners take their lead. 2 outs, 0-2 count.
Oh, blow it right by him here.
Gervais kicks and fires the 0-2, missing outside.
96 miles an hour on that pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That might be as high as we've seen Gervais get this year, 96.
Still ahead in the count. Gervais comes set. From the belt, the 1-2.
Yeah.
Popped up into the air. Between first and second, Morgan calls for it. Morgan has it. And again, Jay Johnson makes the right call at the right time. Gervais comes in, gets the final out, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs. Again, they left a man in scoring position stranded tonight. Here in the top of the 8th inning, LSU holds a 6-2 lead. It'll be Doty, Morgan, and Thompson. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Tigers in the bottom of the 8th after this. Fighting Tiger Baseball. Georgia reliever Luke Wagner done for the night. Coach Strickland calling upon the bullpen to bring in Colin Caldwell, another left-hander for the Bulldogs. As the Tigers send up Doty, Morgan, and Thompson, they lead Georgia 6-2 here in Game 1. Tomorrow, game 2 at 2 o'clock. Tigers Bulldogs will conclude the series on Sunday here at Alec Box Stadium. First pitch at 1 p.m.
Colin Caldwell making his 13th appearance of the year. He's worked 10 innings, allowed 17 hits, 19 runs. He has 11 walks, 19 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .378 off of Caldwell. Even tougher path for him in the SEC. He's worked 2 2/3 innings in conference play this year. Allowed 11 hits, 15 earned runs. He has 6 walks and 5 strikeouts.
Caldwell out of Powder Springs, Georgia. Looks in, gets the sign, ready to wind, and the pitch to Doty. Swing and maybe got a piece. Foul going to roll towards the backstop, and it's 0-1. Cade tonight. 2-run home run in the 3rd inning. His 9th homer of the year. The 0-1. Inside missing. Moves the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Caldwell, another quick worker, it appears, ready to go. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, Doty 1 home run away from the Tigers having 4 with double digits.
Two-one pitch. Strike on the inside corner, belt high. Make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Georgia also has Will Pearson, sophomore right-hander, tossing down in the bullpen. Again, just a 4-run lead here in the late innings. 6-2 LSU up. Two delivery. Swing and a miss. Chased it low. Handled by Gonzalez, and Doty down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. 1 away. Fans finding health care shouldn't require extra innings. That's why Our Lady of the Lake makes it convenient to fit care into your busy schedule. Learn more at olrmc.com/video visits. Proud to be the official health care provider of LSU Athletics. We'll see Trey Morgan now. Bat for the 4th time. Had a base hit back in the 2nd. Came around to score. Ground out and a fly out on his ledger tonight. First pitch. Caldwell misses low and away. 1-0.
Yeah, both teams tonight now have 9 strikeouts.
1-0 delivery. Missing low from Caldwell. 2-0.
The top of the order for the Tigers have belted a couple home runs, but those top 4 guys have 8 strikeouts tonight.
Two-0. Misses high and outside. Now 3 balls, no strikes. In fact, you look at LSU's stat line tonight. Everyone but Stevenson with a hit in this lineup. Stevenson, of course, had the sac fly RBI.
So production from everyone in the lineup usually means good things. Morgan takes that one high and inside. He'll take the walk. And that is the 2nd time tonight Trey Morgan has reached.
So now Morgan aboard with 1 out. We'll see Jordan Thompson. Thompson 1 for 2 in the 6th spot. Had his base hit in the 4th. Got aboard on a walk last time in the 6th inning.
Jordan Thompson.
Caldwell has been susceptible, as Doug told you, giving up hits and runs here in the 2022 season. He's got a runner aboard at first. Now will contend with Thompson at the plate, showing bunt. He'll bring it back. Pitches inside. Ball 1.
Yeah, he's been hit around, but he's also walked a lot. He's got 11 walks and 10 innings of work. In SEC play, he's only pitched 2 2/3. He has 6 walks. Another run or 2 wouldn't hurt, though, Chris.
Morgan again, a short lead off of first. Showing bunt. Thompson again will bring it back. It's low and inside again with a fastball. And it's now 2 balls, no strikes. And that's going to bring Gonzalez out to visit with Caldwell. Won't believe how much life you can fit into the 2022 RAV4. So just visit your local Toyota dealer at Toyota.com today. Tigers 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error tonight. Bulldogs 2 runs on 9 hits. They've been perfect in the field. The big stat that's going to hurt the Bulldogs tonight thus far has been 13 men left on base and 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Be interesting here to see if Jay Johnson keeps the bunt on. Get a 2-0 pitch. See if Caldwell's trying to groove a fastball.
Showing bunt, and it misses high. 3-0.
Maybe take the bunt off, let him swing away.
Caldwell, the 3-0 pitch. Called strike. Thompson thought it missed, but he'll come back, and it's now 3-1.
It's a strike. Right at the knees. Guess it could have gone either way.
So now 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Caldwell fires, and it hits the plate, gets away from Gonzalez. He'll track it down at the backstop. Ball 4 will send Thompson down to first, and with 1 out, LSU now runners first and second.
Back-to-back walks. We'll see if that draws a coach out of the dugout. Looks like they're going to stick with Caldwell.
I'm going to bring up Braden Jobert now. Braden 1 for 3 on a base hit in the 4th inning. Smacked one down the line at first, turned into a double play on the line drive handled by Rogers, who applied the tag on Jordan Thompson, who happens to be at first base again this time.
I'd like to see one more long ball.
Pitch to Jobert, sails away, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Again, he will have to beat the shift here. The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner off speed. 1 ball, 1 strike. McAllister, the shortstop, right of second base. Corey Ecton just in front of the right field grass in the 4-hole. Rogers playing behind the first base bag. The 1-1 to Jobert. Slapped in the air to right field. Wagner, though, again a couple of steps back. He'll have it, fire it quickly into the infield. 2 gone. Hard off the bat of Jobert, but again right at Wagner, the right fielder.
Yeah, that's twice tonight.
And that's going to bring a mound visit, and it's going to bring a call to the bullpen. Coach Strickland will bring in the right-hander, Will Pearson. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. So with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, LSU runners first and second, leading 6-2. Tell you about Pearson, the new pitcher, when we come back. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball. 6-2 LSU leads. Georgia makes another call to the bullpen. Will Pearson will take over. Right-hander comes in. He'll face Tyler McManus. LSU with runners first and second. Trey Morgan down at second base, aboard on a walk. Thompson would follow with a walk, given up by Caldwell. So McManus standing in. 1 for 2 on the night. That one, a 2-run homer to give the Tigers a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning.
Will Pearson, a 6'2", 277-pound right-hander, enters the game for the 19th time this year. He enters with a 5.24 ERA. He is 2-2 in 22 1/3 innings. He's allowed 31 hits, 13 earned runs. He has 5 walks and 18 strikeouts.
First pitch, fastball down the middle, called strike 0-1. Pearson going with the stirrups, red, black, white, and red stripes. Right-hander from the stretch, the 0-1. Just missed the outside corner. Fastball makes it 1-1. Pearson's 1-1 pitch. Chopper a mile high, going to be fielded by Pearson left of the mound. The throw to first. Rears back, delivers to Rogers for out number 3. So Pearson called upon, able to get the ground out and the put out 1-3, and that'll do it for LSU. No runs, no hits, and 2 men left on. It's a 6-2 LSU lead. Last chance for the Dogs. Top of the 9th coming up. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball.